Welcome back to Vikings football with head coach Bruce Barnum as the Vikings get ready for their season finale this Saturday. Portland State goes on the road, plays at Eastern Washington. It is a 1 p.m. kickoff. You can see that game on Pluto TV, channel 534, and also on watchbigsky.com. And for the Vikings, an opportunity to get to 500, a sixth win, a fourth conference win. And I know that's something that the team would really like. Obviously, Portland State improved so far by one game over last season. You'd like to get it to 2.
Yeah, I like the trend we're on, Mike. We're getting better each week. We're better than last year. Would it be nice to beat the Eagles? Sure. We'd love to be at 6-6, but formidable opponent. I like where we're at, though. We've had our bye week late, which is kind of odd, but it's got us back to health. So we got a lot of guys out here running around.
And the Vikings will need good health as they play the Eagles, a formidable opponent. Eastern Washington leading the nation in total offense and the Big Sky in scoring. Coach, a great quarterback in Eric Barriere. They've got a great running back there with Antoine Custer and a fleet of receivers. Big challenge for the Viking defense.
It is. They're lighting it up offensively. Custer, he's a nice tag to Eric, but Eric's a lot better than last year. He's taking care of the ball better. He seems more comfortable back there. Doesn't have to run as much. But when he does run, he's electric. He's quite a fun. He's probably the best quarterback in the Big Sky.
Eagles go into the game at 6-5 on the season. They are 5-2 in the Big Sky. They've won 3 in a row. And the one thing the Vikings are definitely going to have to do with Eastern Washington is keep up when it comes to scoring. So a challenge not only on the defensive side, but certainly on the offensive side.
It is. You have to keep up, and they've scored against everybody. And it's not a team it's a team you try to slow down, Mike, because honestly of their quarterback. He leads it. When everything's shut down, he runs it, so you got to try to keep up with him.
And what would you like to see out of your team, final game of the season, something that maybe sends them into the offseason with a good feeling?
Obviously a win, but it's Dam Cup. It's a rivalry game that they do a lot to fuel it. Last year against us, I think our team remembers the fake punts with 30 points up, and the 2-point conversions when they're 77-0. But it's a rivalry game. To win one of these, it leads you in the offseason. That along with, we're going to play some young guys. The new redshirt rule, you can play 4 people or 4 games with your freshmen. So you'll see some new faces out there, kind of getting a test, seeing into the future of Viking football.
All right, and as we look into the future for Viking football, maybe give us 1 or 2 items where you've seen really nice improvement this season, and probably 1 or 2 items where you want to see more advancement and improvement going into next year.
Always improvement, Mike, but offensively, I'd say the group that's taken the biggest step is our wide receivers. Just the addition of Coach Fulton, the knowledge there, and that group coming together has got us out of some third downs. It's the reason we're doing well on third downs right now. Knock on wood. Defensively, I like our front. We've had issues with our having a solid front and the backups, but I like where we're at there right now on defense.
All right, and as we look ahead to playing Eastern Washington, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that you are a proud alum of that fine university. A very storied educational career, maybe not quite as storied athletic career. What are your great memories of Eastern Washington?
Well, I was on the team, I got all the signals from Dick Zorns, cover 4. Coach Zorns used to throw at me, but, Mike, I was president of 3rd floor Streeter Hall. That was a big deal. I left my mark on Streeter Hall. Now, it was only for 2 days because it was Animal House, and that toga party they probably still talking about it, but got me impeached. But had fun there. Got a great education. A lot of good memories of Cheney, Washington.
All right, as we go into the last game of the season, I know you're going to say turnovers are important this week. They always are. But what do the Vikings really need to do We touched on it. It's going to be a track meet. It usually is with Eastern Washington. What do the Vikings need to do to come away with a victory on the road?
I'm going to say turnovers because it's key. They gave up 2 at the end of last game. Their last game that almost got them in trouble down at Tim's place at Cal Poly. So turnovers are key. Have to win that battle. I want to see how tough we are, Mike. And, there's been some times this season where, I thought we let up a little bit in certain situations, but I want to see how tough my football team is going into the off season. So that's something we've addressed, and I'd like to see show up on college football Saturday.
All right. The Vikings heading to Cheney, Washington this Saturday. They take on the Eastern Washington Eagles in the season finale. You can watch it on Pluto TV and watchbigsky.com. For all your information on Vikings football, go to govikes.com.